Good evening, Tri-State Trekkers. Congratulations on riding 100 miles. And if you rode any less than that, congratulations, because you rode that much more than I did. Every mile you rode, every dollar you raised is getting us closer to an end to this disease. You have ownership in that. Thank you very, very, very much. There's nary a single one of you here who doesn't have their own ALS story. So I hope you feel surrounded by and supported by family, people who kept you going out on the roads that got pretty hot this afternoon. But they're all around you here today, joining you in helping to end this disease for your friends, your family, and theirs. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome everybody on Zoom. Hi, you guys. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here and sitting in air conditioning in your homes. Yeah, is he on there? Kevin Porter, we're gonna talk about you in a few. Look at you looking great. Thank you for, nice. Okay, well, Kevin, I hope you will join me in asking everyone around me here this evening to join us 1 year from now on June 24th to 26th. While you eat Yukon ice cream, you take pictures in front of flag barns, you climb John Street, you eat pizza, you jump in the ocean, as we support you with cowbells. Save the date, June 24th to 26th, 2022, Tri-State Trek. See you there. Thank you. Okay, now something's gonna happen, right, Chelsea? Okay, something's gonna happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your support.
Thank you.
Thank you for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of your support.
Thank you.
Thank you for all that you contribute.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for supporting the work we do at ALS TDI.
Thank you to everyone participating in this year's trek, both virtually and in person. Without you, our research wouldn't be possible.
While you were out riding today, your donors were really busy continuing to donate. Thank you to all of you who kept in touch with them throughout the weekend. You heard the appreciation from the science team. I want to make sure you understand what you've done so far. So far, you have all raised $475,000 for this present. Like, you guys, are you kidding me? But you're not done. I'm the money girl, and I'm saying you got to get to 650. Sorry, so keep going. That is absolutely amazing. And I'd like to shout out to a couple of teams. Team Crush ALS, Team Bannon, $171,000 and counting. Team Niblock, if any of you are watching, in honor of Andrew, $25,000. Team Sapuka, who is on their way down to New Jersey, $20,000. Team Daniels, a 100% virtual team, raised $17,000. Team Ernie, $16,000 and counting. Thank you. And Team America, always a staple, $16,000 and counting. Thank you. Some of our top fundraisers, I'm not giving you their totals because I know a lot of these guys and they wouldn't want me to, because that's the kind of people they are. But thank you, Hugh McDonald, Bob Higgins, Megan Golden, John Wilson, Andy Rubenstein. You are amazing. Thank you for all of your efforts. Okay, hold on. Kevin Porter, you still with me?
Yes.
We're going to bestow a couple of awards. The first one is in Rick Starry and Kevin Porter's namesakes. For those of you who don't know why we're really kind of happily freaking out that we're seeing Kevin Porter on that screen, is you probably missed him out on the road today. But Kevin had a bike accident about a week ago, I think, and is currently recuperating from some serious injuries. So we are thrilled to see you, and we need you back next year. Thank you, Kevin, for everything you've made this trek to be. And I'm going to read a description of the award in your honor. The Starry Porter Outstanding Crew Award is named in honor of Rick Starry, who you all know, and Kevin Porter, who you all know and see. Two of the most devoted and longest participating crew members dedicated to ending ALS. The award recognizes volunteer crew members who go above and beyond year after year, committing their time and energy to supporting the trek. And well, this first person surely fits that bill. Talk about above and beyond. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Jessica Goons has become important. Let me just say a few things about you first. Many of you probably think that Jess works for us. She does not. She is a volunteer, and we are not the only group she volunteers for, while working her butt off and while making quilts for Glynis and doing all kinds of wonderful things. I have worked with Jess on the registration team for years, and I have met her in parking garages at 3 a.m., in rainy parking lots at 3 a.m. She was out there, as my naughty Team Crush ALS boys know, until almost 10 o'clock last night. She does it all with a smile. She makes sure that every single one of you are accounted for and have everything you need. And when she's not doing that, just so you know, she's playing virtual bingo. She's volunteering at the Waikato Fair. She's at the Race for Research. She's doing absolutely everything she possibly can to support this. So Kevin, I hope you feel proud to know that this year, the first recipient of the award in your and Rick's name is Jessica.
Absolutely.
never got it before. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You so deserve this. Go have a glass of something. Terry, would you like to join me up here for a second?
All right, we have a second Rick Starry, Kevin Porter Outstanding Crew Award this year. And I'll give you some hints. He is with the team that unfortunately is on their way to Newport, Rhode Island. They are going to see their good friend, Bobby Forster. This recipient, I've bumped into him 6 different times today, all over the 100-mile trek. I don't know how he does it, but I've known him for 5 years. And it seems like if you're riding 100 miles, if you're riding 270 miles, you want Tom Abdu to be on the crew. So Tom, woo! So surprise, Tom. I tried to get him secretly to stay with us tonight, but oh my God, there he is. Thank you, Tom. And Tom, next year, June 24th, 25, and 26. See you then.
Congratulations, Tom. And for those who aren't figuring it out, I think Tom is in Bobby's yard right now. So these guys, after riding 100 miles, got in the car, went down to Newport. So they're with Bob for the remainder of the evening, which I think is really cool. I mean, that's the spirit of this event, if ever I saw it. Oh, hi, Team Bobby. Hi, Bob. Hi, Julie. Oh, that makes me happy. Bobby, if you only knew how many people were asking about you today, we are so happy to see you. Hi, you guys. Okay, there are more phenomenal people even around here. I am going to read, speaking of Bobby Forster, the description for the award in honor of Bobby and Steve Sailing. Named in their honor, 2 of the most positive and active members of the ALS community, who have encouraged many friends and family members to team together to join in the fight against ALS. This award recognizes participants who continually seek to grow and better the Tri-State Track through building teams, fostering inter-team and participant unity, and just doing the right thing to help end this disease. So talk about unity. You know, while all of us at ALS TDI and all of you who help us do it, do a lot of great work to develop treatments as quickly as we possibly can to end this disease, there are people living with it who we can't always be there to help on the ground, but luckily somebody is. It's a really hard emotional job. Like, I think our jobs are hard and emotional, but I don't have to be there every day in somebody's living room or kitchen and help them. But one of the riders that rode alongside you today and for many, many years does exactly that since 2009. Chris Curtin has ridden on a number of different teams over the years. When he couldn't ride, he made the sacrifice of driving in a car with Kim Haberstroh and Glynis Murray. He sat there while they screamed in his ears for 270 miles. This year, he deserves the award for that alone. But beyond the track, Chris has become a friend to just about everyone in the ALS community as he honors the memory of his best friend with the goodness that he brings to this event and people living with ALS.
You think I could do this a little bit better? Okay, so that was pretty amazing. And we got another one here. It's the Forster Sailing Spirit and Inspiration Award. And I have a story for you. It was back in probably February 2015, I get this call. And this gentleman wants to know all about the Tri-State Trek, did not hear about it. And I said, oh, I'm going to convince him. He's going to love this ride. And I said, well, what's your connection to ALS? And he was like, not really, but I really love to bike ride. So I got him to sign up. He rode all alone that first year. His family came, and they came and we all met at the Greenwich barbecue that first year, 2015. And he's been back every year with a team growing every year. So Jason Kinchin, come on up.
Congratulations to, and a huge thank you to all 4 of the award winners. All of you have been fundraising. A huge thank you to our sponsor, Mitsubishi Tanabe Pharma America. Thank you, Stone and Bank. I mean, Mitsubishi Tanabe have been selling you merch. They've been helping on the route. They've been riding the route, all while staying in the space and trying to help people with ALS. So thank you to them. We are about to play a video regarding our Dedicated Mile program. I think you probably all saw the Dedicated Mile. I love the deep breath I just saw you take, Jason. That was so good. The dedicated miles along the route, there is an opportunity to dedicate a mile to a loved one. And you can choose the mile number with a mile that is meaningful to that person or to you. I hope you read their stories along the way. The opportunity will be there again for next year. We hope you partake. And we're going to show a little video in case you missed anybody. Awesome. And please, do think about those people as you ride their miles. Take a look next year at each and every one of the signs as you enter rest stops and lunch stops. Read about them and hold them in your heart as you ride. Also, you know what, you guys? You're here. We didn't know what was going to happen, but we built it and you came. Thank you. I was just talking to somebody saying, I haven't even seen my best friends yet, but kind of in this room, I'm seeing an awful lot of them. And not to be hokey, but I really kind of mean it. It's amazing that you came. And it was a different trek this year, but it's the same because everybody's back and the spirit was here and we honored the people for whom we ride. So nice job. I remember having those calls, right? Back in the winter, like, will you come if we do this, and do you think there will be vaccines by that? And look at us. It's just incredible. All right. Now we're going into the open mic part of the evening. You may want your tissues. It might be from laughing hard. It might be from crying hard. We're going to open it with a couple of videos from some special important people in a second who are going to join us virtually through recorded message. But now I'm going to just read. Sorry, so I get the rules right. It's now time for my favorite part of the evening, which she was not kidding. She wrote this for me, but it really is true. Everyone sit back. Let me see you sit back. Relax. It says, tell us what good, Colette. Grab your tissues. Pull them out of your bra, maybe. Okay. Because it's time for open mic. You'll now be hearing from other trekkers as they share their story of why they ride and what it means to them. And you'll hear from, like I said, some special guests who have recorded a message for you. We know that a lot of people may want an opportunity to join us, and we hope you will up at the microphone. But we are going to limit it if suddenly every single solitary one of you gets up and gets in line. Emily will be your boss. She's like your vaudevillian hook over here. She'll give you the Oscar timeout in case you get a little loquacious. So look to Emily for guidance on that. I believe that those on Zoom will be muted. We welcome you to do the Steve Sailing wave in appreciation for whatever you may hear. And that's it. We have time for probably 15 to 20 people. And we are going to start right now with Andrew Niblock joining us by video.
Hi everyone. My name is Andrew Niblock. Unfortunately, my voice is shaky, at best, so I will use my computer to speak tonight. Thank you, technology. In the summer of 2016 I was diagnosed with ALS. The official word came after about 18 months of head-scratching physical setbacks and was the final step in a long process with many doctors. No one wants to tell someone they have ALS, and I don't blame them. I didn't want to be told I had ALS either. I'm a teacher, which means I am also a student, and I needed a class in my new life. Like many people here tonight, I found my way to TDI, and in Fernando and Steve and Carol and so many others, my family, and I discovered the caring teachers we needed to begin to understand and move forward. As we spent the better part of a day at the lab in Cambridge, they patiently answered our questions, listened to our concerns, and walked with us in our learning. They also, as good teachers do, gave us hope. A tour of the lab, a few conversations with the remarkable scientists working toward a cure, a few more questions. And we were ready to fight. The science and the people were, and are, inspiring. I wanted to do something to help. I had to do something to help. On the tour I caught sight of a Tri-State Trek jersey on the wall. I was a lifelong, enthusiastic, everyday athlete, I still am at heart. I had fallen in love with cycling a few years prior, and when I discovered that the finish line was a short walk from my home, I knew I had to join in. For my family, my friends, and my school community, the Trek has become an annual celebration of our commitment to this fight and to each other. It's always a bit of an adventure, especially for me. The first spring I nearly hastened my own demise by running off the road at high speed, but thanks to creativity and willing joggers, I crossed the finish line, a little beaten, but in high spirits. Subsequent treks have found me in a rickshaw, in the hospital with pneumonia, and virtually pedaling away. It's never dull. Throughout, the trek has served as a yearly reminder that we are part of a team. I believe in the power of a community. Thank you for joining my family in celebrating and supporting the work of this amazing organization. Thank you also, as someone living with ALS, for showing me, with great exuberance, every June, that I am not alone. Have a great night.
Team Niblock went to all be together with their families and Andrew and keep him safe with a smaller crowd. So I'm delighted that he sent us that and we got to be with them tonight, even in spirit. Next up is another person with ALS rock star that just about everybody here knows. Please welcome by video, Steve Sailing.
Hello everybody, I want to thank everyone who is participating in this year's trek. It has been a rough 2 years for everyone, so your determination is commendable. ALS doesn't take a break because of a stinking virus, so neither can TDI. Thank you all for your support. I miss ringing my cowbell and seeing everyone waving their hands in the air. The trek is habit forming, and I pray that these past 2 wretched years don't break anyone's habits. We are still family, and us battles still depend on TDI, and TDI still depends on you, getting in the saddle year after year until TDI's business is done. Hear me. I am sure you will be happy to hear that after 15 months of lockdown, that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts has seen fit to set the ALS residences free. Smile. My first time in public in all of that time was to see my son graduate from 8th grade. It was one of these perfect Boston days that we've had so much of lately. I may have a new hole the next time you see me. I like to be proactive and get the trach before I need it. I am grateful for the 15 years I haven't needed it, but my body is telling me that it is time. It is just an excuse to get more tech. Wink. Anyway, I plan to be at Trekmas 22. I hope you do too. Cheers, folks.
Would anyone like to join us at the microphone? Okay. Welcome, Rick Tobin.
where do I start? So anyways, I've been doing this for over 10 years, kind of lost track. And I do it for my brother-in-law, Todd Ketchum. He died like 6.5 years ago. Try not to get emotional. So anyways, I used to ride my bike like 20 miles just to go see Todd for like 3 seconds. Just so he knew I cared about him. And I ride 20 miles home. I was kind of peaking then with cycling and stuff, but I just felt like I had to do that. All right. So anyways, that's Todd. And then there's my sister Laura. And my 3 nephews, Toby, Nevin, and Sam. And they're in California this weekend at Todd's brother's son's wedding. So they couldn't be here. But anyways, I just love this ride. I'm glad it's still happening. And, I just want to thank all the staff and the volunteers. Oh my God, you guys are awesome. I just, but, and like Chris Curtin, I'll keep in touch with you, Colette. I'm looking at you, Glennis. Just, you guys are part of my family. And and Jessica for that award too, that's so cool. So anyways, I just want to say, like, I kind of cheated today. I'm a proper spare, okay? I got bursitis going on right here. And I got to like mile 70 or whatever it was. And I was like, I'm done. I'm not done. I'm done. I'm not done. I was fighting with myself, but anyways, so I ended up just taking a shortcut. And I did a little shopping. All right. What else I do? I come up on a recliner because I got up ahead of the guys in the hill and like I sat on it. I sat down. I kind of wish I had the New York Times or something, oh my God. But, I want to say, it's so nice meeting all these new people, all these other people I know. And how about Kevin Porter, though? The guy's awesome. I'm going to probably go see him at the hospital and stuff. But another thing too is, I'm a carpenter with 30 years experience. Yeah, I say it like carpenter, all right? But anyways, I want to like do pro bono work for people that need handicap ramps. And, I've been in touch with the Forster gang and stuff like that. I'd be happy to help, all right? So anyways, I just want to say God bless like everyone here. And we're thinking about all you guys. Okay. Oh, wait, one more thing, actually. The pies, okay? So the first year I made 40 pies. I pulled 2 all-nighters and tried to roll from BC to Yukon. Didn't happen. Got to 25 deep, put my hands up. It was like, didn't happen. So, and then I scaled down, I made 27, still was kind of a problem, like 27 full pies. But so anyways, I didn't pull any all-nighters this time, but I made 32 5-inch pies, all right? So yeah, we got strawberry rhubarb, we got strawberry mango peach, and peach blueberry. All right, God bless.
Hello, everybody. This is great. Can you hear me? Everybody can hear me? It's hard to follow the hot pie guy. It's not my natural state. So I've ridden the Tri-State Trek for 10 years. This is my first time at the microphone. And I'm going to say three very sort of simple things. The first is I wanted to welcome about people. I wanted to welcome a couple of new people to this group. So we were fortunate to have first time riding with us, a new person to our team, Megan. Megan, can you raise your hand, please? Delighted to have Megan. We saw Megan's mom. There was a mile dedicated to Megan's mom. So Megan has joined this past year due to an ALS diagnosis. Shout out to Lane, who was sort of with us last year, joined, and to Simon. So just new people, and as we all think about 2022, that's super important, right? That we bring new people. Number two, I wanted to, on behalf of our team, I wanted to thank our longtime captains, Lisa and Breen. Lisa, Breen, raise your hand, please. Lisa takes the laboring oar on organizing and their leadership, emotional, thoughtful, careful, dedicated all year round is what brings our team together. Everybody has a different story, but this is what brings our team together. So thank you. Very important. Third, in my 10 years here, a person has been a constant presence almost all of those 10 years at the Trek for me. And I was very interested and highly excited when that person decided that they were going to ride the Trek this year. They went from behind the microphone to in front of the microphone. I want to acknowledge Colette. Very special. Thank you. And Colette also mentored my daughter when she worked at TDI. So thank you. And I would encourage any and all of you to follow Colette on social media. I did, and Colette lights it up on lots of topics. I would say that my social media feed was full up until the election last fall. I'm not going into politics. This is not a political group, but Colette has views, in case you hadn't determined that. And there was a nice little pause, frankly. It was welcome before then Colette started to train for the Trek. So it's wonderful to have you here. So in those three anecdotes, three very important people to my Trek life, and in fact, all of our Trek lives. So thank you to everybody.
This is going to be quick because it's more of a message than my thing. There's a very special person who is not here today, who is usually here on day 3 and rides the last 10 miles with us, and that is Andrea Pete. So Andrea is in the middle of running marathons right now with her trike, and she just completed number 34 today, I think, in Michigan. And when she's when she's doing this, she's spreading awareness for ALS and spreading the word. And my first meeting with Andrea was at my first Trek in 2017, and it was amazing. So those of you who are new this year, you have to come back. You can't let this just be your one and only Trek, because it's different and it's amazing. And something just happened. Okay, I'm just gonna hold it. So my first meeting with Andrea was seeing her on the trike and fly down those last 10 miles. And you know, she would work so hard to go up those hills. But as soon as she crested and got that downhill slope, she was just gone. She was flying, and it was amazing. So you have to come back and meet Andrea. But anyway, I saw her about a week and a half ago at marathon number 33 in Maine, and her message for you guys was that she misses you and she loves you and she can't wait to see all of you again. So.
I usually walk a lot faster than that. I'm not going to get into why I do this. I think a lot of you know. But I guess suffice to say that I do this because I wasn't there in time for my best friend, and I want to be there in time for others. And I'm confident that our team at ALS TDI and all of you together, we can get that done. So thank you for that. I do want to say a lot of thank yous. First of all, I want to say thank you to Chelsea Blanda and Laura Felix for putting this thing together. You all dealt with tremendous amounts of uncertainty and creating a completely new version of this. And it landed. Like, I feel normal because I rode today. And that's, I don't know what that says about me, but this is about as normal as I felt in a really long time. So thank you for that. I want to say thank you to all of the crew and the interns who busted their butts to make this happen. So thank you very much. And I want to thank the entire rider community for not just actually this year, but for last year too, right? Last year, you all rallied and came together to do the virtual My State Trek, and it kept us going. But speaking of uncertainty, we had no idea what was going to happen because of the pandemic. We were terrified. I'm not kidding. Like, I have heartburn now because of this. It hasn't gone away. We didn't know if we were going to keep the doors open at TDI. Events like this are the lifeblood of our organization. And because of all of you, last summer, we had the confidence to continue doing our work. And because of that, we can go in there and do what we need to do. So thank you, all of you, for that. Thanks.
So Fernando, you motivated me to come up because I feel the exact same way. Claire was diagnosed in 2004 and she died in 2009, and we're still fighting, and we're going to keep fighting forever until we find this cure. But for me, coming back this year was, pretty huge. We went through a whole pandemic, as you all know, and I'm the guy that takes care of the patients. So during COVID, it was really hard to take care of patients. But we did it, and being able to come here tonight and being here since last night and today and seeing so many familiar faces, and being able to ride with these two knuckleheads today, that really pulled me and made my day. And then seeing so many others and meeting so many new people like Molly and Kate, shout out to those guys. I never in a million years thought that you guys would give me an award, but it means a lot. It really means a lot. And you know, I've been working with TDI for like 13 years, whatever long it's been. And Carol and Terry and I have been around the block a lot of times with a lot of families. And we've created a really great team where I can refer them to TDI and say, I met this patient, they need to know all about research. And they can say, I have this family that needs help with patient services, and that's what I do. So I am so blessed to be a part of the Trek family. I love the Trek family. This weekend, even though it was only 1-day ride, it's still like going to camp for adults. And it'll always be that way. Yeah, beer and riding. And I'll never, ever take it for granted for 1 day. Even for all those that I recognize a lot of you, but we maybe have never said hi or we've never really had that talk, you know, whatever team it is, I know who you are. And I really am blessed to call you family and friends. So thank you guys so much.
Hi, everybody. I have my tissue ready. I just want to follow up on the thank you theme. I don't really know where to begin, but I want to thank Alex, the marshal, who fixed my front and back tire today. There he is. Oh, first time rider who does not know how to change a tire. So thank you very much. I want to thank the researchers who are doing this important work. I don't know what to say about that. Just thank you. It's incredible. And I'm so glad to hear the story that the virtual ride, you were able to keep the doors open and doing the important work you're doing. I also want to thank my new team and friends and family and Linda, who brought me into the team through a Peloton community on Facebook. I put up a random post about my mom being diagnosed, and she reached out to me and said, you should do this ride for ALS. And I said, count me in. And here I am. So thank you. And all the staff and Carol, everyone has just been so welcoming and thoughtful and kind. And I can't talk about my mom. It's too much. It's too much. But she sends her thank you too, because we didn't know there was a community when she was diagnosed in the summer. And she's been sending me messages all day, just thank you, and tell everybody thank you. And thank you. Thank you. So it's been a really wonderful experience, and thank you to everyone who puts it together and the crew. And I hope I'm not forgetting anybody, but I'm thanking you all. My rider friend Andy, you kept me going today. Yes. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next year. Thank you.
Hey guys. I definitely did not plan to talk, but there was a lull and I get really uncomfortable. So I decided to step up to the plate. For those of you guys that don't know, I have worked for ALS TDI for the last 3.5 years, and I recently left to pursue another opportunity. And as Carol was saying, their job is really hard. I know, I did it. And these people are so dedicated and can do so much. And I just have so much faith in these people that they've become human to me because they're my friends. But I have to take a step back sometimes and remember how freaking smart they are. And if we didn't work together, I probably would never be friends with them because I couldn't keep up a conversation probably. But because I've worked and crewed here, this is my first year riding. I have always been the one with the megaphone and cheering and losing my voice and ringing that cowbell. And it's always been really, really inspirational to see everybody riding. And I thought that that was something that I would never be able to do in my whole life. Just physically, I'm not in that good a shape. I am just really impressed, and I have a whole new appreciation for you guys because I really didn't know how hard it was. Oh, I would like to give a big shout out to my riding crew for getting me through today, which was Kelly and Colette and Ricardo, the ride marshal. Where's Ricardo at? Ricardo chaperoned us literally every single mile. Thank God. And so we're now calling ourselves Ricardo's bitches. So the influencers, follow me on Erin Stevens on Instagram. I was an influencer today. Anyway, Colette, would you like to come up and talk? Don't take this from my time.
Plan B was to come as close as possible to Crush ALS and call ourselves Kinda Crush.
Well, kind of
Crush the
crushing.
Trek, though.
Yeah,
Not ALS, because we
We're
were
fully
all in
crushing
for that.
it, yeah.
But kinda crush.
Kind of crushing the Trek. Not fully crushing ALS, by the way. Full crush there. All right, I just want to say thank you guys so much. I'm proud to ride next to all these amazing athletes. I'm proud to call the researchers and all of the really insanely dedicated people at ALS-TDI my very good friends. And while I'm no longer employed with ALS-TDI, I will be back any year that I am available, and if I can't, I'll do a virtual version, but I'm committed to ending ALS in honor of all of your loved ones who I've also gotten to know, and that's been really special.
Hi, everyone. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Elif, and I'm actually coming from New Jersey. So back in end of 2019, early 2020, a group of my peers and I, we sat down and we talked, and we found out that there really isn't an organization at Rutgers University that deals with neurological disorders. And so we made it our goal to really start this organization and to spread awareness. And we started looking around, and that's where I came in contact with Terry, and we had a wonderful conversation over the phone. And we decided that, we would like to work with ALS-TDI and really get started an organization at Rutgers University. So after much delay with COVID, we finally got to start RAND, which stands for Rutgers Association for Neurological Disorders. And we are working with a variety of organizations, but especially ALS-TDI. And so I would like to thank Terry for all of the hard work that she's done, all of her enthusiasm. I would like to also thank Chelsea and Laura. I'm not sure where Laura is. I can't spot her. She's back there. Thank you. We had a very successful virtual trivia night with a bunch of Rutgers students. My mom was also there. Shout out to my mom. Wasn't the best at trivia, but we'll get her there. I would like to thank also all of you for coming here. This is my first trek, tri-state trek, and it's definitely not my last. You all are really big inspirations for the future generations, and I really cannot wait to see what the future holds, and I hope that we find an end to ALS very soon. Thank you.
There was a lull, and I have to follow my mentor, Aaron. As you all know, Aaron did leave, and I'm so sad because when I found out that I was offered this position, Aaron was leaving, and I was like, wait, I'll give it back if Aaron just stays. I actually want to come up and say thank you. I want to say thank you to Carol. I want to say thank you to Bashar for taking a chance on somebody that this isn't really kind of what I do. I'm a dog walker. But I am a very, very loud, rambunctious, somewhat kind of crazy person. And I think that's kind of what it takes to do this type of a job. Yes, I did lose my husband. It was traumatic. And I decided instead of wallowing in something that could be horrific, I refused to lose him in vain. And so I decided to do something about it. And I started stupid little fundraisers on Facebook. And I thought, I'm a little tiny cog in the big wheel. But sometimes those little tiny cogs kind of add up, like Stephen Haywood. He started off in something small, and then his brothers got something a little bit bigger, and it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew into this. This is amazing. And I just wanted to say thank you to you both for taking the chance on me. Thank you, Aaron, for being a mentor. Thank you, Colette, for being another mentor. And I am so thankful for all of you Truck family, because there is nothing better than Trek family. So thank you so much. And Truckosaurus is coming back again next year. I've been in talks with Bashar about something maybe a little bit more, I don't know, sophisticated, but I'm not going to like hold out to that. But we will come up with something, and I cannot wait to see you next June. So thank you.
I think my daughter can see me doing this, and it's probably a little amazing right there. So again, I love that girl. On the theme of thank you, I mean, and those of you who don't know me, I'm one of the two knuckleheads. So, and unfortunately today, Glennis, you pulled the costume off, and I thought it was a real dinosaur. And now I'm disillusioned. This is just a thank you. It's not what I do. It's kind of who we are. We come here year after year, and I have stories of how I've met each one of you. And if I haven't met you yet, I'm going to. I've been on this ride almost since its creation. And to me, you're all so important. You're all so inspirational to me. I had a conversation with Lisa the other night about the spreading of inspiration and how that's all I need. I just need to be inspired. And by each one of you, I am inspired by Carol, by Terry, by Emily, by Chelsea. I mean, pulling this off this year, I didn't know if you were going to do it or not. I mean, I told you I was in, but I didn't know if it could happen. And I mean, the heart, you could tell the heart, I mean, this is just a fraction of the people here. And you could see my daughter's probably either smiling or crying right now. Or maybe both, you know, and I've developed a lifelong friendship with Rich over this ride, and the Ligattis with this ride, and the handlers with this ride, and it's endless. And all I wanted to do is say thank you.
Well, thank you all so much for a wonderful 2021 Tri-State Trek weekend. Please keep in mind that fundraising goes through October, so please don't stop. We need your support in the lab. Keep in mind any photos from this weekend, tag the Tri-State Trek, tag NALS, and we would love to share your photos to keep it going to the end of the year. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, dessert is at 9. We have ice cream and cannolis, so please don't leave.